guys, my name is Zenia and you're watching Desimartini. Today we have with us none other than Arjan Bajwa, who's all set with his upcoming web series, Bestseller. Arjan is going to play a genius novelist, Tahir. I forgot the surname of your character.
Wazir.
Tahir Wazir. Tahir Wazir is dead and Tahir Wazir is God is something that I took away from the trailer, and it looked fantastic.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy that you remember what you read in the trailer. Tahir Wazir is God and Tahir Wazir is dead.
Yes,
Wazir
but I forgot Wazir. In the meanwhile, I forgot the surname. Dekho.
But I'm really happy that at least you remember that. But that means you really loved the trailer, and I'm so happy and charged for that.
Thank you so much and welcome to Desimartini. मतलब मैं आपको welcome ही करना भूल गई इन सारे excitement में.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me over.
Arjun, this is going to be like the trailer was great, and the fact that it's a thriller and what is going to happen next, we can't make that from the trailer. So it just makes us anticipate more about the series. But can you share with us something that is quite interesting and can be shared since it's a thriller? तो ज़्यादा तो बोल नहीं पाएंगे आप. But कुछ ऐसा जो हमने ट्रेलर पे नहीं देखा, but जो audiences देख के काफी intrigued हो जाएगी जब ये series आएगी.
Well, if I say something, then it'll be obviously a spoiler alert, which I don't want to do. Let the audience see the series on the whole, because what they will see or what they have seen in the trailer, it is more intriguing in the series, and the layers and the complexities of the characters that we have are so much more, amazingly written. And audience will really, really enjoy the ups and downs, the twists and turns, and the drastic twists and turns which are a part of this series. So yeah, let them decide.
Okay, just a quick question. Bestseller के end में क्या होने वाला है?
अब ये मैं बता दूंगा तो फिर बात ही क्या रह जाती है. I can't say that.
Okay, I was going to call you Tahir. Arjun, tell us more about this character, Tahir Wazir, and what is he after? मतलब story उनको चाहिए, उनको story का एक मतलब मिल गया कुछ एक point है जहां से he can take it forward. But how close or how different is Tahir Wazir from Arjan Bajwa?
Very different, because over here Tahir Wazir is a very, very layered, very complex, very intriguing, very contrasting, contradicting character into himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like that. I'm very straightforward. I call spade a spade. I'm very, very much like an open book with people that I know. And he does have his twists and turns and the way he operates, and lots of things that he goes through, his emotions, and how at some point he has everything in control and then he loses it. At some point he's childlike, at the same point he's very, very much aggressive and intense in his approach towards things. So it's a mixed bag of emotions that Tahir goes through because of what he has probably gone through in his life. And that's the, I think, fun people will have watching Tahir Wazir on screen in the series.
Wow. And, you shared the screen with some of the most terrific actors that we have in the country, including Mithun Da. So whenever we see that, whenever Mithun Da makes his entry, वहाँ से तो लगता है यार मतलब अलग ही dimension पे चला गया ये पूरा series. So how was your experience of working with Mithun Chakraborty?
Very, very good. In fact, I'm also very excited. Many a times when I've seen the trailer, I have only seen Mithun sir, because the moment he comes on screen, everything changes, and the whole plot and twists and turns he brings about with his dialogues and his visuals. So good experience working with him. Fantastic, because it's a reunion for me. Like I've been saying before this, we were together in a film called Guru, which was directed by Mithun sir. Well, I didn't get much of a chance to work with him at that time, but this time we had a long duration of, working time and working with each other. So great experience. His great sense of humor kept us in splits, and of course his humble nature and the kindness that he showed on all the people around and everybody in the cast and crew was really, really appreciable.
Since you mentioned that how his sense of humor kept made everyone laugh on the sets, I would really want to ask you, what are some of the most memorable moments that you had while shooting for Bestseller?
Well, there were so many stories Mithun sir has told us on the whole. and all the stories of his past, how he started. Once we were shooting at a cafe in a certain part of the city, and he told us about the story of the cafe, that this is where he used to come and eat. And this is where he used to be hanging out when he had not done even a single film. So for him to go back and shoot over there, and for us to hear those stories that he's at the same place where he started off with, or he used to hang out with, was very fascinating. Because, we all say things like this, that I was doing this and that, but we kind of get disconnected and move away from those things. Right. But with the way I said, Mithun sir's humility, it has kept him grounded on his feet, and he's very attached to the roots and the past that he has seen. So amazing anecdotes used to come out of his mouth all the time, while telling us about different films that he has done, or his career, or different instances that happened throughout his career.
Wow. And since we are talking about the memorable times, I have to also ask you, ऐसा कोई scene था जिसको shoot करने में, like Arjan Bajwa, the actor, faced like a challenge he has never faced before?
Lots of them. In fact, one of the scenes, emotionally or physically, obviously you get challenged on everything that you're doing, because everything is new and you want to get into the rhythm of the character. There's a particular scene in the series that you will see where we were shooting on top of a hill. So it was a small hillock. You had to climb down the hill and then climb up the hill and sit on top of it. And on top, there was just about 5 feet place to sit. It was just on the peak of that hill. So it was very dangerous. We had to, hold the ropes and climb up, and people had to help you out. And you had to sit there for more than half a day. And the kind of breeze that was there, the cold it was there, it was in the month of January in Missouri. So it was pretty freezing. You're sitting on top of a hill and shooting, and little bit here and there move could probably topple you down a couple of 1,000 feet. But I guess that's the perils of this job and the excitement of this job, that you get to do so many things which you wouldn't even dare or attempt in normal life. So yeah.
Wow, that when you were saying that, even when you were narrating this, it sounded so scary, because
it is.
हाँ, उतने time तक अगर आप shoot कर रहे हो और आपको बस उतना सारी space मिले, तो it gets very difficult. And to emote, to show everything like your character is going, when you know कि surrounding में ये सब हो रहा है, so it's really challenging. Hats off how you guys do it.
Thank you.
Also, like I said, in the trailer, I saw these things. Tahir Wazir is God, Tahir Wazir is dead. So there's a thing ki online trolls ya kuch, there's much of the one online persona taking over the life of your character. If I'm right, क्योंकि हम लोग guesses पे ही यहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं. So, in your real life, obviously every celeb faces some kind of trolls, but has there been any troll that affected you a lot?
Yeah, people do write sometimes things which are completely uncalled for. And I would say 100% of the time I get a lot of love and affection and appreciation for my work. And in general, people, look forward to seeing you on screen again. But there are, I think, certain times there are people who are probably sick in their mind and need some kind of, medium to vent out their own frustrations or their own miserable, mindset. It happens, but I guess, like I say in practice, that God bless them and wish them speedy recovery.
And how do you deal with them? Like, has it ever gone to a point where you had to report?
Just ignore. There's no point giving, any kind of oil to the fire, because obviously the moment you react to them, that means they have affected you. So might as well just ignore their nonsense and just move on.
Wow. Also, there is something that we see in the trailer, jahan pe, matlab, this guy goes by the name Tahir Wazir is God. So I'm guessing that this guy is a fan turned something else who's after Tahir Wazir's life. So ऐसा क्या आपके real life में हुआ है that some fan has created ruckus in your life or turned something upside down?
No, fans have given me a lot of love and affection, like I said, and appreciation, words of kindness and appreciation most of the time. So nobody's really gone psycho. I'm thankful nobody's really gone psycho.
And even in the trailer, Tahir Wazir is called the wannabe Chetan Bhagat. So, have you read any of Chetan Bhagat's novels?
Yeah, of course I have. I'm still trying to remember because I've read it. It's about two guys who are studying in Kota in
Ah,
which one is that? Please remind me because I'm not able to gather the name.
1 to 3 guys wala hai, the 5 point someone, and probably this one is not that.
This is not that. This is something else. I've read it properly because there was going to be a film actually being made on that at some point. That's why I read it. But I've seen his films, of course. I mean, Two States, Three Idiots, everything. That shows what he has written is portrayed on screen so beautifully, and the way he writes and the way his stories are so simple about regular people in life, but still they are so beautifully woven that you just can't stop watching those films, or you just can't reading those books.
Wow. And, Arjun, there must have been a lot of reasons why you gave your nod to bestseller, because, there must be, you must have weighed the script when it came to you. But if you could wrap it up, like give me one particular reason that made you say yes to this, what would that be?
That's this story, which is such a multi-dimensional story. It's not a linear story. There is so much happening in it. Believe you me. And when I say that, I really mean it. It's not something that you would read and say, okay, fine, this is a story. You don't know the story because every scene becomes a story in itself. Every few minutes, every episode, the story changes into something else. So is that way quite a nail-biting, edge of the seat kind of a thriller. And I just hope that the audience feels the same and they get glued to their screen till the time they don't finish it or binge watch it.
Yes, so hopefully this will become like one of the best sellers in visual media. And before we let you go, one reason, if you can sum it up again, one reason why we should not be missing bestseller.
It is, like I said, it's quite a edgy, complex, layered thriller of a story, and with great performance by such a stellar cast, and obviously a direction of Mukul Abhyankar sir, and the way our cameraman Samir Arya has shot it. So it's quite a visual treat, and something that I personally, if I was just the audience, if I had seen the trailer, even I would like to watch it. That what's going to happen in it, and something or the other keeps happening in it. We shot it in 4 different states, so visually
Wow.
also it will be quite a treat.
Wow, this is something I did not know about. What are the 4 states that you shot this in? One for
We shot in
Huh.
Uttarakhand, we shot in UP, we shot in Rajasthan, then we shot in Bombay, of course, in Maharashtra.
Wow. I was already excited for bestseller. Now I am even more excited for it. Thank you so much, Arjun, for joining with Desimartini. And thank you so much for giving us your time.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.